here we go. Let's hear what they say. Now we go. We're on our way. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Woo!
Go ahead.
Welcome, everyone, to Escape to Reality podcast with Justine.
And Geneva, hello, friends. We're here talking Bravo for the week. New Below Deck. Continuing Beverly Hills in New York. New York is a weird season.
Very odd season. I truly believe if they would have had Dorinda, Ebony and Dorinda, I think, would be friends. Or Dorinda would be communicating in a different way because Ebony is there, and it would have saved Dorinda and it would have saved the season.
Yeah, that's actually a great point. I think you're right.
They fucked up.
It's hard for me because, as you all know, some of our faves, and it's not a great season. It's weird. It's not why I want to watch. I don't want to watch it. Like, you know what I mean? Like for Housewives, this isn't what I want to see, really. We know Ramona's terrible and voted for Trump. I don't need it thrown in my face.
Yeah, I think it would, like, I enjoy Ebony and her perspective on things. I like Ebony. I just feel like they put her in there and now they kind of just fucking her over, you know?
Yeah,
I don't see her wanting to come back for a second season. Who would want to?
Right. And it's tricky to try to sell yourself as, like, now she's trying to be like, I can be fun. And they've already formed their opinion. And it's like, I feel like she was set up to be a certain type of way and play a part or something.
Yeah. And, you know, Ramona is the same as Kelly Dodd. She's a Kelly Dodd. And she's a Kelly Dodd with a different mask on. And
a better mask, right?
It's interesting. People stopped watching OC, but Ramona and
the difference to me is Ramona's not on Instagram ranting about COVID being fake. She may be ranting about the restaurant should be open, but she's not, you know what I mean? There's a line that she doesn't cross that Kelly Dodd cross. And that's why she doesn't want to talk about politics, because I bet she's smart. She knows if she went off, she would lose people, right? So she plays it well.
And we know who she voted for.
Of course.
Who did Sonia vote for? I wouldn't be shocked if she voted for Trump.
You think? I don't know.
Just because, you know, the New York City life.
Right.
It's interesting.
It is. Well, should we talk New York since we're already there?
And Ramona's never really been backed into a corner with it before.
No, she definitely hasn't. I mean, you could tell her getting up and leaving and then coming back. I just want to dance. Oh, she's trying to pivot. Like she's trying. And like Ebony
almost kicking Ebony out of her house. I mean, come on, Ramona. You can't say I'd be happy to have a female vice president. It's just that easy.
That's it. I don't want to talk politics. I feel like Ebony's trying to hold her accountable too. You know, she's like, Ramona, and she's doing it in a smart way. Like, Ramona, you're a smart woman. You're a strong, powerful woman. You can do this. You know, it's like reverse psychology in her to try to talk about it. And she's not gonna.
I love when Ramona's like, we had a nice time, or it was nice to see you. And Ebony's like, it wasn't nice to see me, or something like that. It really made me laugh.
That was last week, right? Yeah. She's like, yeah, you're mad at me.
Oh, God. Ramona's in the bedroom talking to herself, sitting on the bed talking to herself.
Well, she was talking
and
to
her
the dog,
I guess, but pretty much herself.
Right.
It's insane.
I just, it's a weird, the COVID, I think it's two things. It's COVID's keeping it very small, right? Like instead of going to the Bahamas, we're going to freaking Salem,
which would be
the Hamptons, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the freedom isn't there as much. And then you have like this whole, the Ebony edition and what it's bringing to the show and how she's having to carry the weight of all these people's ignorance. It's a lot.
And I do believe that is what Ebony is her mission in life. And I don't think she's putting it on, right?
No.
She talks to the street corner person about politics.
Right. I mean,
passionate.
that's her identity. And I think, you know, different than a lot of these women, she's a very career forward person. Like her career.
And she's too smart.
Yeah. Obviously she's very intelligent. Don't tell Luann that, right?
Just the way she talks. She's, I don't know. It's a very interesting season. It feels like Julie Weinstein season with the fork in the calzone. It's so weird.
It's just not fun to watch because even like what I think makes New York generally fun is like they're arguing over ridiculous shit, getting over it quickly, hugging each other, getting drunk, running around. It's just like a fun watch. And this is not that fun because we're watching people that we love but ignore things being confronted with some really uncomfortable shit. And then you're like, God, she is kind of terrible, or this is awkward, or they are freaking white supremacists, whatever, right?
How shitty they were. Yeah.
Yes.
How
and I don't want to know that.
Is. Right. I don't think Luann is. I think Luann's willing to at least have a conversation, which was a little more. And so Sonia definitely is. I think it shows also that Ebony isn't a natural friend of theirs. And it's hard to bring an extra into this group. They fucked up by getting rid of Dorinda and either get rid of everybody or keep this core group and hope that it forms. Get Dorinda some drinking help then. Don't let them sit there and get shit-faced.
Right. 100%. And I just think watching Luann again with the fake rosé, I was watching her on that bus or whatever they were on. She was pounding it like it was literally alcohol. And it's just, again, it's a weird...
It is
unhealthy. I don't know. I don't like it.
You could just be drinking sparkling water or something. It's okay once in a while to have like a fake alcoholic drink, but to sit there and drink a 12-pack of non-alcoholic beer is odd.
Very weird. Very weird.
And if you don't want to drink, I mean, I don't know, but if you don't want to drink, you think you'd be okay. It is hard. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's going to do their coping mechanisms, but like we said, I feel like it's half a step away from her just like pounding an actual bottle of rosé.
Ebony is a hot little piece though in that in the latex suit.
Looked great. I love her style.
Boyfriend. I wish we could find out more about her personal life.
Yeah.
At that dinner, do you think she was going on and on? Were they starving? When she was giving each person who they were.
To be honest,
I wonder how long it really was going on for.
I mean, let's say 3 minutes per person. There's 9 people, half hour almost.
Yeah. They need a spot on The View, as I said. I
she'd
think
be great.
Ebony would be great. She's almost seems like she's Republican and Democrat, truly, right?
She also knows how to argue.
Yeah.
Which I think because
in a calm manner.
Like, then that would be good on The View. Like, she doesn't get, like, especially if I'm talking politics or something, I'm going to get very angry,
lose my mind.
Right? Yes. Oh, yeah. And she's very calm. So she would be great on that.
Yeah. And she's pretty.
Yeah.
Meghan McCain's leaving. Joy Behar could barely even look at the screen. Jeez. God bless Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi really puts up with it. She's a woman, man.
How about Leah?
To snap and she doesn't.
How about Leah describing Ramona like she can't have these conversations. She barely knows the English language. And her yelling at Ramona and Ebony's face, I'm sorry, I'm white. It's like
Leah bugs me. Leah's okay this episode. She was a little more whatever, but she's all on her mighty horse. She's sitting there saying Ebony's great and all, and then last episode telling her to shut up, that she's too powerful. It's a very odd situation the way Leah speaks.
It is weird, and it's weird.
Let Ebony be who she wants to be.
Right, like you're not her guide. Let her. She's an adult. Yeah, let her do whatever she feels like she wants to do. You don't need to tell her shit.
Smarter than you, Leah.
Right. Oh, for those of you who watched the challenge, the matchmaker Sonia met with,
I recognized her
from the challenge. Looked her up to see, like, Dorian was like, what? Maybe it's like a super legitimate business. I'm like, is it? It's like an Instagram page.
It's ridiculous.
It doesn't look very legit.
She's putting together people buy their horoscope signs.
Right.
Crazy. It's so dumb. I mean, unless it's Patty Stanger, I don't believe it. Which I've already said she's got issues too. She's not single.
What else?
Where'd Bershawn come from? 3 months to live.
A forced for her from Ramona.
Is it a forced friend?
I mean, I just don't believe when Ramona says, we met a couple months ago and we just really hit it off. It's like, did you? We've like seen all of your friends and we know where you hang out.
Yeah, right. Where was she at these 50? Right. I guess she just met her. But
I think Bershawn's fun. I think she's completely different than Ebony.
She has a good interesting perspective right now because going through that cancer, that will wake you up. Absolutely. If somebody tells you you're going to die, you wake up. It's so true. There's something to that. God, we all do walk around like zombies.
Totally.
What is this vibrator situation? They're ordering up that vibrator on the bus. That was big business. See, they don't have anything. They're filming them. That made the cut.
I know.
They got nothing.
Makes me very nervous.
What about those masks?
Hate them. So stupid. Ridiculous. Every time I see, I flew, I don't even know what day it was, 2 days ago. And there was a woman like in an entire hazmat suit in the airport. Like she was flying in like July of last year. I had to appreciate her commitment.
Yeah.
Full on bless her. Mask, full hazmat. Like she's in Breaking Bad. Like 2 masks, a face shield. It was like
I think you could wear goggles and a mask that covers it, right?
I mean, she had her shoes covered. Like she was in a full blown zip up white situation.
That'd probably be me.
Right.
She's in a painter's outfit. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I didn't even really take many notes because it's kind of boring.
It is. I know, it's sad. That's all I would like to say. It makes me sad. I hope they just bring Dorinda back. I feel like that's what it needs.
It does. And I'm so happy. I feel so vindicated for Dorinda, but I don't think it will ever be the same.
No, I don't
like bringing back. It's like going back to an ex-boyfriend. It's like going back to Brad on Love Story. Everybody check out, we recapped Love Story part 1 and 2.
Love Story, you've changed the name.
It's sorry.
Sex Life. Nice change.
Sex Life. And
sorry it was so negative, but it was just our true opinions. As you can tell, we couldn't stop.
I feel like it's a positive negative though. I mean,
it's a positive negative. Like it was like it's something you hate watch, but it was entertaining. Yeah.
It's like having sex with your husband.
Yeah. You're nuts. All right, let's talk Beverly Hills. Also a bit of a snoozer till the end.
Oh, I am invigorated from point A to point B.
Oh, okay.
This Erica storyline has got me riveted.
Yeah. I just love her describing her home as like, this cute little
what a bitch.
Chics as they're sitting out in their like poolside cabana. It's like, Erica, anyone would love this house. What are you talking about?
$9,500 a month. That ain't no small little chic bungalow, you bitch.
Right. And just Rena walking around that house, just over exaggerating. Erica, this lighting. It's like, oh, Rena, stop.
And the flower, the palm tree wallpaper.
I actually do like that. It's a little extra.
I do too.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Does it make a room look smaller or bigger? Does it shrink a room wallpaper?
Well, I think like in a bathroom, it can become like if you have a dark wallpaper, it's just dark, right? Because most bathrooms don't have windows. I think that's the case. Then it feels a little smaller.
I do like it. I would like to wallpaper a wall or something.
I just love anytime we get to see Kathy. Like, I feel like I'm just waiting for little Kathy glimpses. Like after they were playing tennis, like she was still in her pajamas.
That's her house.
That's her house. They're just
wow.
And then she's like, I think she's hilarious. I love her. I love her going through her bag with Kyle with all of her weird shit.
Going through anything she does.
And telling Kyle she has a wrong number for Kim. She's fantastic.
Oh, thank God for bringing that up. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. or 10:45. She's like, I just got up a few minutes ago or 45 minutes ago. She's sleeping.
Oh yeah,
sleeping in, baby.
She's got the life.
Her biggest concern is, what do you got going on right now? Just planning for the holidays. That's all she's got. Christmas fucking decorating.
God,
I know it. It shows that Kathy is kind of the mother hen of the sisters.
Yes,
and she is the yeah, it's interesting. And she's her and Kyle and Kim will always have a strained relationship. She doesn't have the new phone number, like you said.
Right. And like the way when Kyle was talking to Mo in one of those flashbacks and said like we can't ever all three of us be on the same page at the same time. It's like that's sad, like as adult women,
as their mom's dead, their parents are both dead.
Right. They got kids of their own and grandkids and like it's sad.
And the hunky dory, I thought it was genuine. Some people are saying they think it's put on, that she didn't know what hunky dory meant.
No, she might not. I believe
I believe it too.
Right,
I don't think.
Right.
But also, when she walks in, her and Mauricio have a strained relationship. Maybe it's okay, but it's still strained. Kyle's not. I mean, Kathy's not as dumb as she puts on. She does. Paris Hilton learned that from somewhere.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I mean, that house was. That's just, when they did the view from the tennis court up. Yeah. Holy shit, man!
Looks like a hotel. It's crazy.
Like a freaking nice ass hotel too.
Yeah.
Crystal, people have their issues with Crystal. Well, all right, I'll try to be quick about this. But Crystal playing in tennis, I enjoyed her saying, some people might say I'm competitive. They're probably just losers. I love that. I mean,
like Crystal, I think I love her. I love how she's playing Sutton out. Like, I just feel like she knows how to kind of fuck with people, which I think is a housewife needed skill that I think she's figuring out. I have no issue with the word violated. If I think they're all being absolutely ridiculous over this thing. And it's almost reminding me of the cup fights and the stupid shit that Beverly Hills can focus on. That's so dumb. Like, we are now in episode 4 of them arguing about what she said or what she did. And like, Sutton, I don't understand, Sutton. Just get over it. Why are you acting like she violated you?
I think Sutton, I think Crystal might make it uncomfortable for her, that she might come across really cold.
Totally.
But I think Crystal has nothing to do with the shirt anymore. I think Crystal just hates Sutton.
Yes. And I think Sutton is psychotic and can't get over things, because how many conversations have we now had where Crystal was like, okay, I apologize. Well, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Then we can't talk about it. And then she rolls in and she's bringing it up again.
Yeah, I don't hate Sutton as a person, but the situation is a little crazy. She is nuts, though. The way she was glaring at Kyle when they were opening presents.
Very weird.
Flipping.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, she is not someone I would want to be friends with, because you never know. Like, you can tell Kyle's emotional. Like, oh, something set her off, and now we're dealing I'm with a super emotional
person.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Like,
it is crazy. It's all, you wonder how she got that way. You think she would be rougher around the edges, having to deal with all that she has to deal with.
Right.
And she's not drunk, but she was flipping out, and Kyle's trying to deal with it.
Right.
But can't you, isn't it rude to get up from the table when someone's opening their birthday gifts? I mean, geez.
It's very weird. And just like, I loved the line I did love when she was like, what crazy planet do you live on? And Crystal was like, not on yours. I was like, oh.
I don't hate Crystal.
No, I don't.
I wouldn't want to be on her bad side. I feel like I could be friends with a Crystal, because I think she's fun. I love a strong bitch like that,
Yes.
So, and she's gorgeous. And I didn't realize that I could be friends with Sutton and Crystal, though, but somebody put a picture of Crystal and Sutton side by side and they're both weird. And I kind of agree with that in a weird way, that I was like, they're both interesting. Yeah.
I mean, obviously Crystal has much more emotional control than Sutton. Some would say cold, right? Because she's almost the opposite. Like, she's
on the phone with her friend, she showed that she does feel
I think she's just somebody that, like, she's almost what we thought Erika Jayne may be, where if you get to know her, she's going to open up a lot. I think that would be how Crystal is.
Yeah.
She's not afraid about talking about things.
Good point.
She's very open with her children.
I think she was just raised that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe Sutton was raised by a hysterical Southern woman.
And I think, like, with Sutton,
no offense to Southern people, I'm hysterical too.
This deep insecurity is like just at the foundation of her. So if she doesn't get invited somewhere, if there's an inside joke, if all of a sudden they say you're jealous, it sets her off.
That stems back to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jealous of what? Running off like, your ugly pants. Like, she can't. Once you get her into that space, it's over.
Those pants. I know, Crystal kickboxing and everything. What that's a great workout. She could beat her husband up.
Totally.
I like her. And she was 20 and the husband was 40. They don't look like they have a 20-year age difference.
I know, they don't.
The Lion King kept him young.
It did.
But what about and Kathy calling See, I thought it was kind of funny. People are saying Kathy was mean when she said, "Hello, Thomasina." I thought that was hilarious.
Oh,
yeah.
Me too, but
I would laugh at that.
That's it. That gets Sutton right there. Then the whole day is downhill from that. That's
They're
what I'm saying.
She's over psychotic. Nothing anymore. I'd be like, yeah, I wanted to see you naked, Crystal. I would start being like,
that's not what's happening.
That's not what I wanted. That's not what I was trying to do.
Right. That's why she's nuts, right?
Yeah.
It's the reactions to things to me. It's like it's an out of bound reaction for a minor thing.
Kathy says stuff and nobody reacts because she just sits there like she's possessed almost. She's hilarious.
Yep.
Her and Kyle I love that they don't fight. I love that it's not they're just sisters. It's not the Kyle and Kathy fight show.
No, yeah, it's nice.
Because that would have been nice. Kim can't do that because Kyle is like Kim's keeper.
Mother, right. I enjoyed the Scott Disick talk. That was fun.
Yeah. There's nothing they can do.
No.
They just have to ride it out and hope she's on birth control.
They're not model people. You know what I mean? Like all of them are sitting there like, oh, my husband's 30 years old. Oh, I dated it. It's like, okay, this is Hollywood then.
And Harry saying that he had a baby with somebody a lot older than him.
Right.
Good for you, Harry.
Yeah.
He's cooking up.
Years.
I guess him and Lisa Rinna must have something.
Yeah.
Because
the same.
He's doing all that for her.
Right.
Yeah. Right. It was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
They look they're starting to really look alike though.
They are like those couples that, like when I saw them in the store, I was like, oh God, they look the same.
And I love how he yelled at her when Lisa was going to go double dip with her spoon. I was like, fucking change the spoon, Lisa. It's COVID and you got people coming over.
Right.
And he's like, can you get a different spoon? Be like, what, Tyler? You don't want my spit?
Oh, I also loved the scene with Garcelle and her kids and her talking to her other kid. Like, what am I going to do about your brother? He's like, take away his charger. It's like, God, that's discipline, huh? In like 2021.
Slowly he'll have to manage his electronics. It's like, you really got something there.
Right.
They've grown fast. They got big within a couple seasons.
I know. It's crazy. That's how it happens.
She's cute. She really whipped up some chicken parm there real quick, didn't she?
She did. I noticed she used sauce out of a jar, which is not Geneva
approved. That's what somebody said too. I saw online. Man, we have. I grew up with a mother that would eat. I would eat like nasty Prego sauce. We do try to buy a $8 bottle, which does seem to taste a little bit better.
Sauce is one of the easiest things you can make.
I know.
Crushed tomatoes, tomato paste, onion, seasoning.
Okay.
That's
all right. All right. You need to send me I need you to teach me how to make some sauce fast so that it doesn't feel like it's overwhelming then.
Oh yeah, it's easy. Onion, garlic, saute it up, throw in some tomato paste in there. Then you could add meat. So you're chopping up or not.
Are you using fresh tomatoes or a canned tomato?
So I just use like crushed, San Marzano, whatever tomatoes, like a good decent tomato crushed
tomato in a can.
Because then it's kind of thicker.
And it's got sauce. Then it's got what?
Fresh basil.
That's what Billy said.
Yep, there you go.
All right. Maybe if Cooper would have done that, Billy would have stuck around.
I was looking at his Instagram last night. He's like been married to this woman for like 20 years and has kids, and it's like the sweetest guy. So I think like you were just reading his real vibes.
Man,
he's been in a lot of stuff too. There was something
really.
I recognize him. If you look at his IMDb, I meant to bring it up, but yeah, he's been active for a long time.
I feel like interesting. I'll have to look at that. I feel like Crystal and Sutton will be friends eventually. I was watching Crystal make avocado toast, and she's very compelling. I'm drawn to her. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not people are going crazy over her. I don't.
Really? What are they saying?
They're saying she's a mean girl.
Oh, whatever.
But
I
think she's pretty and she's just no nonsense.
And she doesn't put up with the bullshit. I was just gonna say that. That's what I appreciate about her. She's real, and she's also intelligent. So if you say violation is like you're saying you're raped, she's gonna go no. Right. Like that's incorrect and that's a falsehood, and you can't say that.
When most people are like, oh, I should have said that. She says it when she wants to say it.
Yeah, and she knows what the fuck it means too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she is. Somebody on her Instagram, she put her whole background, and she was almost going to be a doctor, I think.
Good for her.
Erica, do you think? Okay, well, the Erica show now. I just watch her every move, like really, like I'm staring at her like so much. Mm-hmm. She does seem lighter. Mm-hmm. She seems like a whole different person. But do you think that their plan that, well, he is out on dates with other people, but do you think their whole thing about how they got divorced so he could hide assets, like the whole story about her leaving really isn't fake and it was just a plan to hide her?
I think she found out, like I've said, something was happening. And she said, I got to get the fuck out. This is a perfect excuse for me to get out of an unhappy marriage. And I'm going now. I don't think she was like a part of a master plan to hide assets. I just don't think she's that dumb to do something like that where people are going to think that. But I don't know.
Some people say, I thought this was a good point, that maybe she knows where that there's money and everything. But maybe she was like, I just don't want to know enough to where I can be prosecuted.
Maybe. I don't know.
It'll be interesting. Now in the next episodes, she's sobbing, like flipping out. I definitely think she was finding out more and more. She knew when the lawsuits, I bet, started rolling in, and she had to start figuring out how the hell I'm getting out. But it was interesting when Tom didn't go to Chicago and she was on Watch What Happens Live saying, oh, I remember watching
he's going to come soon. Right.
But in reality, so she's probably just bullshitting us with everything then.
Maybe.
I don't know. But she's out playing tennis like a girl that's just trying to keep busy. Mm-hmm. She's a whole different person.
I know. It's wild. It's really wild to watch. Just the transformation from that one episode where she announced she was getting divorced was fascinating. All right. Should we talk Below Deck Men?
Yes.
Sandy. What do you feel about this chef?
I think he's a loser, and
he's got to get it together.
I felt like the first episode was after I watched that first episode, I'm like, oh, there's no fucking way they can't break freaking quarantine then so that they can have somebody cook for these poor people.
Well, it also really bothered me was Sandy seemed like shocked to hear from the guests like that they had issues. Like, you should have gone in before the meal and said like, listen, this is not going to be up to your standards. How about we order out? We'll get one of the best restaurants in town on us. Then you still have 5-star service. You have better food.
Staged.
You have a bunch of people who don't know how to cook, like cooking trash for people who are paying money.
And you pick steak and lobster. Can't you pick something somebody knows how to cook?
A pasta, right? Like get some great noodles and a sauce. It's not. Yeah, I found that. I just think Sandy, I see her doing the same thing, which is walking around, lurking on people, popping in. How are things going? It's like, drives me nuts.
I understand that the chef should be cooking them crew food and all that, but you can't order in some pizzas. Maybe COVID was making it that much more difficult. I don't know, but maybe the guy did need help, and he's saying, "Hey,
I mean,
I get it.
I feel like you're a yacht chef." You knew the job, and then he's coming down like, listen, whatever we can outsource is really going to help me.
But he's obviously a loser who can't handle it. So it's either you're going to overwhelm this guy. Right.
No, I know. That's the thing. They have to baby him to make it baby through a his meal.
Ass and get a freaking cake in there, or you're going to end up with your nasty ass steak. You're going to get people sick.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the food he was making looked good. It does not look like the best food we've seen on Below Deck. I would say that. Like it looks okay.
And like, I don't want mussels as my only entree.
I thought the same too. It was a little light.
I need like food.
Yeah. Mussels are good, but I feel like mussels are a shared appetizer. Mussels are my main meal. I thought the mousse looked good. I loved the guest saying like, just bring us the carafe of champagne. Thing of orange juice and we'll mix them ourselves. It's like, yes, I don't want my mimosa pre-mixed. I actually do not. I want to be able to pour in the splash of orange juice that it deserves.
It's disgusting. And to a certain point, people do have to understand that they're not robots, these people. Like you gotta or I don't know, they have to figure out a way. If they're not going to have extra staff to help, how do you expect people to not drink? You should have a stewardess just for just a bartender.
I same thing. When she's like, I mean, I've gone from a student to bartender. It's like you are always there's 50% chance if somebody's getting on a mega yacht, they're going to be drunk the entire time because they're on an epic vacation, and you should expect that you need somebody on service at all times. There should always be somebody on service.
That drives me nuts every season. How it seems they're short one person. Yeah, they have all these deckhands sitting around doing nothing.
Yep.
Get a freaking bartender / deckhand.
So right, the interior needs 4 people.
It does, and that's the main part of a tip.
Yeah, you're right.
Nobody gives a shit about blowing up the unicorn.
No, because it was like terrible weather.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah,
and then tell these people just to sit down at an empty table. Get that food out hot.
Yes.
Don't let that fish sit there.
I thought
the same nuts?
Thing. I think the interior actually like is working okay. Like I think the chief stew seems reasonable. I couldn't tell you her name. What's her name?
No clue.
Yeah.
Maybe I like her though.
Yeah, I like her too. She
dated. I'm happy to have her. She seems like a good chief stew we can grow with.
Yes.
And she's grow with. Like she's not some loser. We don't hate her.
Right.
She's not off smoking
confident.
Cigarettes.
Right. Yeah.
And she dated Jack. She talks exactly like Aisha did. They're just their mannerisms.
I want another Jack. I just love a Liverpool accent. Oh, no better accent.
I want Jack on every season.
Jack needs to be on Love Island. Get Jack on Love
Island.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
That'd be great.
I think Jack is spitting his sperm all over town.
Yeah, I think he did.
He's a little messy.
Yeah.
Not Nick Cannon messy, who's
perfect for below
says
deck,
he's
for Love Island.
He's like a seahorse out there. Oh, Geneva's mic's falling apart, guys.
It's like literally falling off. Oh god.
I love when the groom and bride are like fighting drunk in the cabin.
Oh, love it.
And she goes, I'm calling your mother.
I was just gonna say that. I'm calling your mother. You're a douchebag.
Call me douchebag one more time.
You know what's not a good idea? The night before your wedding, like as a grown, fully adult person, like they are not young, is getting that drunk because you're gonna hate each other that night and you're gonna hate yourself.
They're getting married on the boat.
I guess, yeah.
And it's gonna be raining and everything. Right. I'm such a person of science. I'd be like, it's right. Like the worst weather on the planet. We can't get married. The only time I went to a wedding that it rained, the guy died of a brain tumor.
Oh God, it's terrible.
Everybody's like, it's good luck. Yeah, that's what they say to people to keep them calm.
The day we got here, my sister-in-law and my whatever they are, father-in-law and mother-in-law, they went to a funeral for a friend they knew. 35. She had a freaking peanut allergy. She couldn't stick herself with the EpiPen in time, and she fucking died.
God.
Can you imagine?
35 years old?
35.
Oh my God.
Like of something you're sitting there knowing what's happening to yourself.
God.
Oh, it's so sad.
Oh my God. She was eating something in the peanuts she didn't know was in there.
Yep.
That's terrible.
Yep. And it's over.
I know, that's such a fear. I can't imagine if you even go on an airplane, sometimes you can't.
Right.
Or kids, and there's at schools, they have little signs that say this is a peanut-free table.
Yep. It's crazy.
Fucking peanuts, man.
I know.
Every time I would give peanuts to my kid for the first time or peanut butter,
you're like, nervous.
Here we go. Let's see what happens.
God, they don't have allergies. Ugh.
Tyler is kind of allergic to shrimp.
Oh, okay.
But he'll eat them. And he just takes a Benadryl after.
Oh, there you go.
You're living on the edge. I think it's going to be, at least it seems like a good season.
I think so too.
I'm excited for it.
Yep.
And Malia's really trying to act like a nice person.
She is. I see it. I mean, you know what? I don't hate Malia. I hated her last season. I think she could redeem herself.
We all learned.
Maybe
she learned from it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. She is a rat. Yeah. We'll never forget that, Tony.
We'll never forget it. Yeah. But did you see the preview for the Sopranos show?
Still hate fucking Sandy. Never will not.
Oh, Sandy.
Yes, and I can't wait to watch it.
It's his son.
I love
you know
it.
That?
Yeah,
amazing.
I did.
Yeah,
he's so cute. Poor
Dorian acted
guy.
like I acted. Oh, so the other day when we got the Love After Lockup press emails, and I was like, "Oh, look at this!" He like again thought it was like for something way more important. His reaction to the Sopranos trailer was like that, like, "Oh my God, no one fucking told me this was out." It was like, okay, relax.
When is it? It's not coming out yet, though, right? It's a movie.
No. It's a show.
Oh, it's a show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby. Even better.
David Chase, same one who did Sopranos.
Wow. I can't wait to watch it. I'm there, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me too.
That little boy. God, that poor little thing.
I know. But it's nice that he's acting.
It's great. It is.
All right, guys. I think that's it. Oh, we are going live July. Hold on, pulling up my calendar. July 24th on YouTube. You can join us there. Subscribe, hop on. It's fun. We've done live shows for Patreon only, but we're opening it up this time. It's just a chance to see us in the flesh, and we have some fun. So we'll put that post up, but save the date, friends. And until then, stay safe out there. We love you guys.
Bye, guys.